Hi there and welcome back to Valley por Vida. Now, as promised before the break, we're breaking down easy ways to keep track of your wedding costs in a way that doesn't break the bank. Of course, we know that weddings can get really expensive, the flowers, the caterers, the food, the DJ, the list goes on and on. And then when you plan, your bachelor or bachelorette parties, the number just goes up. But not to worry, we found an app that can help you plan the best time of your life in a cost-effective way.
I'm Mike Petrakis. I'm the founder and CEO of the Batch app. Absolutely. This is the biggest year of weddings since 1984, and we are seeing about 70,000 parties a month planning through Batch. So we think this is a great year. It's a big year for our app, and our vendors and our suppliers across the country are very excited to host all these parties. Sure. So the app helps parties plan and book a trip from start to finish. You invite your friends, you chat with each other, you put an itinerary together, and you split up expenses all in one place. With all the weddings this year, these trips get expensive, right? So we think it's important to utilize our expense feature. We think it's important to book early when you're looking at booking fun experiences with friends. And if you follow us or if you follow on our emails, you'll see that we offer promotions and discounts sometimes for our vendors as well, to make sure you can lock in the best deal for your party. So Nashville is our #1 city, and which is the classic bachelorette destination across the country, right? And then Scottsdale is #2, and that's been the fastest up and coming market. And then Austin, Texas, which is probably not too far away from you, is our #3. So fun experiences would include, a honky tonk party express bus in Nashville. There's 10 different party buses on the Batch app in Nashville. Scottsdale Cabana Boys, where you could have guys dressed in Chippendale outfits essentially bring you drinks and serve you as cocktail bartenders at your poolside at your Airbnb. And then in Austin, you have Devil's Cove on Lake Travis. That's a popular boat rental place. If you want to spend a Saturday afternoon, you can have fun with your friends and you'll be surrounded by the hundreds of different bachelor and bachelorette parties. Yeah, so you have goat yoga in Nashville. We have 3 different goat yogas. You have a yacht charter in Miami or pontoon boats that you want to book. There's probably 20 different boats that you can choose from. We see the tiki party boat become increasingly popular in Florida, in South Florida as well. I think for a batch, it's everything fun that you could book during the day. That means brunch reservations. It means party buses, boats, ATV tours, really anything from when you wake up to when you go to bed. We want to offer in our app so that you can just plan this seamlessly with your friends to ensure that you've done your job of planning a great trip for your bride for their upcoming bachelorette party. I think it's a great year. I would reiterate if you're looking, because we have 70,000 parties using Batch every single month, get in front of planning your party because experiences time slots get booked up.
And since you now know how to plan a cost-effective wedding of your dreams, here are a few other tips for you to keep in mind that'll definitely help make your special day all the more amazing. So according to milkbooks.com, the first tip to planning the wedding of your dreams is to really just trust your gut. As it is, creating all the details of your wedding can be really stressful, not including, the many options that'll be thrown your way about how to do it, where to do it, what color schemes to go with, just on and on, advice from other people. But as long as you follow your gut with what you envision, and you should really just be pleased with all that ensues. Now, the site says that the next tip is just to be yourself. See, oftentimes we can get consumed with trying to have a picture-perfect day or, just trying to throw a royal party that we lose track of what we want or who we are. And if you don't like to wear heels, for example, then you don't have to. Just because you're getting married doesn't mean you have to follow a certain tradition. It's up to you to decide what you want for that day. And if you don't want to do a certain activity for your bachelor party, then don't. Whether you're the bride or the groom, you've got to remember to just be yourself. And that's just the only way that you're going to have a happy heart that day. Another one fits into what we just learned, which is just try as hard as it is to set a budget from the very beginning. The site says it's good to sit down and just agree on a number that works for you and your partner and your family for each category, the very start, before you do anything else. And even when it's tempting, to go overboard, remember why you set the budget to begin with. That'll definitely help you stay on track. And despite having, a chaotic experience and how busy it can get, just remember to take your time. The site outlines that even if the date is rapidly approaching, there's still time and you don't have to get crazy, just thinking about the never-ending to-do list. Just remember that this is a special moment in your life and it's the journey that counts. And lastly, the site encourages you to make your wedding plans personal if you want it to be memorable. Remember that your friends and your family are all there to support you in this special life transition. And as long as you focus on what's important, which is your partner and you, together being with all your loved ones, then it's sure to be personal and, of course, memorable. And being creative with your wedding plans should be fun. Letting your creativity flow is what it's all about. It's what we learned in school, too. And speaking of fine arts, there was actually a very special mural that was painted by various students at Port Isabel Junior High in Port Isabel. Art teacher Adriana Rodriguez worked closely with these young, creative minds to help make this project possible at the very beginning of this school year in their campus's main hallway, and now it's finally complete. They worked together to make this possible, from taping off the wall, sanding it down, cleaning it, priming it, and of course, painting it. And after 13 hard-working weeks, they're pleased to show it off to our Valley Por Vida family. Go ahead and take a look at this montage. Again, the students did most of this amazing work, and their efforts were, of course, supported by staff and parents throughout the entire process. It just goes to reiterate the power of dedication and commitment, as well as creative and artistic opportunities for our students here in the Valley, which, of course, is so amazing. All right, that's all we've got for now. Thanks again so much for hanging out with us today, and be sure to tune in again next time because we'll have a lot more in store for you. But for now, as always, don't forget to check out our team on social media for sneak peeks at what we've got coming up and for your chance at your comment or your question possibly being featured on air. And as always, you can visit valleycentral.com to rewatch some of today's favorite segments. We've got all that and so much more next time on Valley Por Vida. We'll see you then.